What is going on YouTube? 0088 here, I'm here, my fiance Carla. We're on episode 8 of House of the Dragon. And it's called, what's this? It's Tide of something. The Lord of the Tides. Sounds like a play on the Lord of the Flies, right? So this is going to be about Corlys Velaryon, I guess, maybe. He's the Lord of the Tides, Lord of Driftmark, Lord of boats and stuff.
Do you think Viserys is going to die?
Yeah, he's probably gone this episode, I reckon.
Another
time skip. We're gonna.
I think it's a 10-year time skip.
10 years? I won't say. Yeah, it could be 10 years.
It's 10 years.
Is it another 10 years?
Yeah.
God damn, that's so
it's
weird.
10 years apparently.
Damn.
Yeah,
like
Viserys isn't going to last another 10 years, is he?
Nah, that's just crazy if he does.
I want to watch it.
You want to watch it? Let's watch it. Because
how many episodes are there?
2.
Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. Now you must promise to carry it.
Ooh, there's a reason why they're showing that scene, isn't it?
The Princess Rhaenyra is brazen and relentless. Spoiled.
Cunts.
Need you, uncle. They will fear what else.
Can't believe they changed that.
I'm not sure they changed it.
Yeah, so apparently in the books, Laenor was, we just found out, after people have been saying it, Laenor was supposed to actually have died there, according to the books, but maybe it's still not too late for that to happen. But they've kind of made Rhaenyra sympathetic by trying to help Laenor escape, because it's a character we like, and the character hasn't really done anything wrong, and he's going out to live his best life, and Rhaenyra has facilitated that, which makes her look a lot better than she probably does in the books if she had killed him, right? So, yeah, that feels a bit dodgy from the writers if they're trying to make Rhaenyra look good rather than...
but in the book, it's written by a maester.
Yeah.
And the maester might not have known the truth.
Yeah.
So that might have actually happened. But the maester, along with everyone else in the towns and villages, would think that he was dead.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Because the book leaves it...
That's the whole point of what Rhaenyra and Daemon did. They did it so
everyone would believe he was dead.
Yeah, everyone would believe he was dead.
So it does work either way.
So it really makes sense that the book wouldn't have that truth.
Why would it have that scene?
Because the whole book is a history book that's not got the true history.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
It works both ways, I think. Whatever story you want to...
True.
Whatever you want to follow, I guess.
True, I guess. We'll see how it goes.
You will die screaming in flames just as your father did. Bastard.
It's him. It's me. That was badass what he said.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband, Maester.
He led his sailors into an ambush. In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger. Okay. But the greater concern is the fever that followed.
I think that's to give us a hint about how long the time skip's been as well.
6 years.
We may greet his ship to find him gone. And who will take the driftwood
to Lucerys Velaryon, as is my lord husband's desire.
I am the sea snake's own blood.
None can take your words for treason.
What's he trying to say? He wants a driftwood throne.
Yeah.
But what of the Velaryon line? Is it to be snuffed out? Supplanted by the pups of House Strong? Driftmark is mine, by all rights. And one I should like you.
Everybody knows those kids aren't legit.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister. It's a queen.
They talk about Alicent now a bit.
Surely it would pass to his daughter's children. The girls, right?
Yeah.
I guess they need it to be a boy. They're not
You
as
mean the
progressive.
driftwood? You talking about the driftwood throne?
Yeah.
Driftmark, whatever it's called. I thought, wait a minute. Why did I think Corlys was the younger brother? Because he kept saying we're second sons or whatever to Daemon. I'm confused. Is Corlys? Because then how would he be the Lord of Driftmark if he's the younger brother?
He must be the older brother.
I guess.
Who's this now?
Is this that guy Aemon?
What is that going to be?
Maybe a dragon egg? They're inside some weird mass. Yeah, I guess that's how they literally they literally birthed them in shit.
No, I think that's like...
Oh, it's Daemon.
I think that's like, you know how... What's it called? Placenta.
Yeah, something like
it's
that,
like
I guess.
a placenta.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was literal shit, but it's some kind of weird mass. Yeah.
I know, but that's like their equivalent of a placenta, right?
Mm.
we going to find out what that says?
Yeah, because I couldn't be bothered to read it right now. In the red.
She's pregnant, right?
Looks like it, yeah. Oh, that's going to be Damon's baby, isn't it?
Of course. Well, you never know with her.
Hot girl summer. What age?
Maester?
Who's this link-looking kid?
Joffrey? Come.
Oh, so that's the one that was the baby, right?
He kind of looks like Thingy. In that quick shot there. I don't know if that's...
Who's Thingy Laenor?
Yeah. Did you see that? Or did you even get a good look at him?
She's reading the little...
He means to call into question Luke's legitimacy.
Has the Viper's venom spread so far?
Those Vipers rule in my father's name. And my father...
And my father...
What choice do I have?
They're teasing us with that shit, innit?
Oh.
They don't want us to know if he's dead or not.
To King's Landing, then?
Surely it doesn't matter if they're questioning her kid's paternity, because she is Viserys' daughter and that is Viserys' brother. So, like, if anyone's got a claim to the throne together, it's them two,
it's
right?
Their kid, yeah.
And they're the child they produce.
Yeah, I guess so. If she wants to play it like that, that would mean she'd have to admit the other ones are legitimate, though. They're bastards. But royal people legitimize bastards sometimes. There's a famous story about that in this universe, actually, where a king, before he died, legitimized all his bastards.
That's pretty cool.
But then it started a massive war.
Because they were all fighting.
Yeah.
I would say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognise it.
They're green everywhere.
Continue to enjoy improved customs duties since the harbour master's receipts.
Love what she's wearing.
Of the mother.
She's wearing like the symbol of the seven, and it looks like, and they keep showing the seven symbol. Maybe the religion is taken over. You remember like the High Sparrow when he came in? Looks like something similar is happening here. I don't know.
Is Laenor's son? What grounds could there be?
What indeed, Lord Beesbury?
What indeed?
We shall hear Princess Rhaenyra's petition along with those of the other claimants on the morrow. I do beg your pardon, my lords. Let's greet our guests.
I think I love her.
Team Green, are you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did he get to finish his sculpture?
Oh, I bet he didn't. Oh, look, he's all got like cobwebs over it and stuff, where he obviously hasn't...
They haven't said he's dead, have they?
I don't think he is. I think he's...
Like sickly.
Yeah. Or maybe he died a long time ago, I don't know.
Father?
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, look at him.
Damn.
Oh.
The gods haven't been good to you.
What is he now, like 112?
He lived very long though for someone that was always sick.
Who goes there?
Father.
Makeup looks good though, doesn't it? Like the effects looks really good. They made him look really gaunt.
He doesn't like seeing his brother like that, does he?
What happened to his eye? I think Alicent took it.
It's been so long.
CGI looked a bit weird then,
Is
didn't
that CGI? I didn't even know it was CGI.
No, brother, listen to me. You are to affirm your position for Lucerys.
Lucerys.
Be Corlys Velarion's successor.
There's someone we wish to introduce you to.
This is Aegon.
Aegon.
And this is Viserys.
Now that is a name fit for a king.
She's got her own Aegon.
I guess so.
So they had more kids than I thought. She was like, Alicent ain't going to be the only one to have an Aegon. I'm going to have an Aegon too.
Yeah.
I think I know why she called her kid Aegon. Sorry to disturb. Sorry to pause it. Everyone gets upset if I pause every second, but I've got to say this. I feel like she called her son Aegon because of the whole... That's why they showed it in the preview thing, because of the whole, you know, philosophy, the whole prophecy of Aegon the Conqueror. And she's like, no, I want my Aegon to be the you know, next in line to deliver the prophecy, not because it feels like Alicent's Aegon could be the important one, but she wants her Aegon to be the important one. So everyone loves that name, basically, for the prophecy.
That does make sense, actually.
Aye.
How has he aged so much and Damon's still out here looking like...
I know, right?
didn't realise she had that many children.
Yeah,
I thought that was her first
one coming.
Yeah.
That's a lot in 6 years, especially after her first 3.
I understand you found yourself in some trouble.
I was fetching the printed wine and I put it on his table, and when I turned, I didn't see him. I asked him to stop. Your Grace, he did. Truly, you must believe me.
Is she talking about Aegon?
Sounds like it. Or did you rape her or something?
Or sexually assaulted her, or...
Was it your fault?
That's brave to go to the Queen about this.
I don't think she went to the Queen, I think she was dragged to the Queen.
Oh.
They might think you're trying to besmirch the prince, or worse, that you're the sort of girl that might have enticed him in the first place. And you know what happens to girls like that.
Oh, I thought she was being so nice before, and now I realise she's...
To anyone.
Of course, he was going to go down that road.
It's my all my life.
For your troubles.
Moon tea.
I think so, yeah.
So Aegon doesn't father any bastards.
Mm.
They don't usually care about the males bastards that much, do they?
I wonder what that tastes like. I wonder what's
It
even
tastes
in
like
it.
aloe vera bullshit, disgusting shit.
Get up. Aegon!
She's not happy about it at all.
No, she's not.
It's not
Get
like...
up!
What is it?
What is it? What is it? What is it? That's all you can say for yourself.
Something happened.
The girl, Aegon, the one you sent fleeing from your company.
Oh, it was just harmless fun. She didn't need to go get upset about it.
Think of the shame on your wife. On me.
Your wife?
Why? What is it today?
Is that the oldest one? Or the
Yeah,
youngest
the
one?
oldest one.
The one that's going to be king?
Yeah. The one that was wanking out the window.
You are no son of mine.
You are no son of mine.
I did not ask for this. I've done everything you've asked me to. And I try so hard, but it will never be enough for you or father.
It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence.
They're not long enough to merit a greeting upon our arrival.
What can either of us know of ruling a kingdom?
I do not rule, as you well know.
So it's quite brave of Rhaenyra to like go and live on Dragonstone when you know your throne is like could easily fall in the hands of Aegon, you know, easily, like any second. Maybe that's why she came back, because.
But Rhaenyra's still his heir.
Yeah, she's the heir, but she's not there to empower that, you know.
No.
She needs to be there to empower that shit, to make everyone remember that. Especially when everyone's thinking male heir, male heir. Like, everybody's thinking male heir, except for, like, a few of Rhaenyra's group. So it's quite brave of her to stay on Dragonstone when that could be up for grabs easily, when Viserys don't have the power to, you know, enforce it. Especially with her walking around.
King Viserys' condition has worsened since you saw him last.
Love his little laugh. Kristen Cole not aging as usual.
I know. I don't get why Viserys is like aged like 1,000 years and everyone else just looks the same.
Kristen Cole has been working out, man, keeping it up, hitting the gym and everything.
He looks exactly the same. They haven't even given him like a little bit of grey hair or anything. Come on, they could have at least given him like a little bit of grey in his beard or a little bit of grey in his hair.
I don't give a shit about Tawny's. Nephews? Have you come to train?
Nephews.
This guy's acting like his brother's already dead.
I know, right?
You know, like there's no hope there or anything. He's just acting like his brother's in the ground already. Or the sea or whatever.
The threat of war looms and may arrive on our shores. When it does, will you want a child at the command of the greatest fleet in Westeros?
We must, of course, act in the interest of our subjects.
The next Lord of the Tides will be deeply in your debt, Your Grace. As will Driftmark, in all its strength.
You think she'd love to give it to this guy and not the bastards, right? Rhaenyra's bastards.
I guess she's more reasonable than we think.
Grandmother?
This poor woman.
Rhaena.
She's lost everyone.
Lost her children. Maybe going to lose her husband. I thought she had 2 daughters.
princess.
Yeah, I don't know where the other one is. Unless that's the other one.
I think that is the other one.
One good thing about this race changing thing is at least you can know whose daughters are whose.
Yeah, I guess.
If they were all white, like in the books, it'll be hard to figure out who's who after a while.
It's still a little bit difficult right now.
Set by the Queen in the hand, I'd wager, to proclaim my son illegitimate.
Yet you did worse than that with Laenor.
I loved your son.
It's mad because she thinks she's lying about killing him, and she can't prove it. And she but she is lying, but she's not about killing him, about letting him, helping him escape. And it's like a weirdest fucking lie you could have to keep.
I did not order his death.
But I did order his exile.
Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Laena's children to mine. Baela will be queen of the 7 kingdoms, and her sons will be heirs to the throne.
I love how they just use their kids as like
Bargaining chips.
Yeah, like they're nothing.
They're all Tywins in this, aren't they?
Literally.
Marry.
You can bargain with me all you like. Bring my granddaughter with you to soften my resolve. But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow, and I must stand alone.
Oh no, is this going to be his last scene?
Probably.
She's not going to kill him, is she? I feel like she's about to suffocate him with a pillow. You getting those vibes?
Who is that? Is that Rhaenyra?
Yeah.
She won't kill her dad. She loves him.
She might, yeah, but I mean, like, out of kindness to end his suffering, maybe.
The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true? You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. By naming me heir, you divided the realm. I thought I wanted it.
Do you don't want it no more?
My
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me. And my children.
Don't really ask too much of the guy. He can barely even get 2 words out.
What did he say?
I don't know. Poor guy. See, this guy isn't aged either. He's like literally
I
the
want
only
to
one
have
that's
supper, Otto. Tonight, the whole of my family are gathered at the Red Keep.
Isn't Viserys younger than Otto?
I want us
I thought he was younger
to
than
dine together.
He wants them to all have dinner together.
Skinny.
Bring milk of the poppy.
It's making me feel weak just looking at him. He wants to be aware and cognitive.
We gather here with the grim task of dealing with the succession of Driftmark.
He knows not to sit in it so it doesn't get cut
As
up.
hand, I speak with the King's voice on this and all other matters.
Am I right? He's going to sit. Rip.
The Crown will now hear the petitions. Sir Vaemond of House Velaryon.
I am Lord Corlys' closest kin, his own blood. The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
As it does in my sons, the offspring of Laenor Velaryon. If you cared so much about your house's blood, Sir
You don't
Vaemond,
even believe
you would
that.
not be so bold as to supplant its rightful heir. No, you only speak for yourself.
This is about the future and survival of my house, not yours.
He looks at them like bastards, doesn't he?
Princess Rhaenyra, you may now speak for your son, Lucerys Velaryon.
You would think this would be just between House Driftmark. Why has it got to come to the...
Because the king has like final say, right?
I guess because
Like
Driftmark's underneath.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kingdom.
like.
That's like.
2 years ago in this fable.
Here he comes.
Oh, look
King
how
Viserys of
frail
House
he is.
Targaryen,
She didn't expect that, did she?
Lord of the 7 Kingdoms.
He didn't expect that either. He's like, what, without that milk and a poppy, you can move quite quick, bruv.
He's like, nah, I ain't gone yet, you cunts. Literally. I ain't gone yet,
He's
fam.
so frail. Look at him. Somebody go and help him. Oh, that's cool that you put that on his face. You didn't have to wear that little grubby bandage.
He must have had like for him to have to cover it like that in public means he must have had some kind of.
Yeah. Remember, he probably aged because he's got that disease or whatever. All those
maybe his
sores.
skin's come off.
Yeah.
It's a badass mask though.
It looks really cool, doesn't it? It reminds me of Phantom of the Opera. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Did he not have wheelchairs back then?
He probably did, but he probably wants to do it himself, right?
Wants to look strong, yeah?
I will sit the throne today.
Whoop, whoop.
Your Grace.
He's like, fuck.
He's a little bit worried. You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, so I didn't expect this. I was ready to give my daughter everything here.
Yeah, look, he just went to help him and he said no.
Only now did I just clock how biased Hightower would have been, because he would have had to make the decisions in behalf of him, right?
Yeah, of course.
So he would have, all the decisions would have been, Rhaenyra might as well not have spoke.
Yeah, of course.
I think he hates Rhaenyra more than fucking Alicent does.
I don't know what his game is.
His game is of Thrones.
Wait.
Oh, his crown fell off. Don't pick it up. Because I thought we would be able to get us. His brother. So I ain't letting my brother go out like this.
Oh, that was quite nice of Damon to do.
Yeah, he didn't want to see his brother struggling.
Rhaenyra's thinking, yes, I've got a chance. My dad's here. It's all going to be
Imagine
good.
he was just like, give everything to Alicent. Bye.
I hereby declare Alicent is the ruler.
The only one present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
He's like, how's this bitch overstepping his own brother? That's what he's thinking.
It was ever my husband's will that Driftmark pass through Selenor to his true-born son, Lucerys Velaryon.
Yeah, it was his
mind
wish.
never changed. As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys's granddaughters, Baela and Rhaena. A proposal to which I heartily agree.
Greens don't like that.
The matter settled.
He thinks it's funny though. I don't
Again.
think he knows what's going on, does he?
I hereby reaffirm Lucerys of House Velaryon is heir to Driftmark, the Driftwood throne, and the next Lord of the Tides.
Not allow it.
Allow it. Do not forget yourself, Payment.
That is no true Velaryon. And certainly no nephew of mine.
Lucerys is my true-born grandson. You no more than the second son of Driftmark.
You
Okay.
may run your house as
son.
you see fit. But you will not decide the future of mine. I will not see it ended on the account of this.
Bastard. Bastards. Say it.
Yeah, I think
I thought all the Valerians were on Rhaenyra's side in the books. I guess not. Unless this guy doesn't survive.
Children are bastards!
Isn't that treason?
And she is a whore.
Damn! This guy don't give a fuck. He's gonna die here, isn't he?
Will have your tongue for that.
What the fuck?
He can keep his tongue.
Disarm him!
Holy shit! I've got to see that again. I'm saying that was.
was that Damon sticking up for his wife, sticking up for his brother? What did he not like that his brother was being spoken to like that? It's because he called her a whore, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what. I
Called
think
his
he was
wife a
steering.
whore, yeah.
I think he was sticking up for Rhaenyra, but he said say it about the bastard. I think all of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Just the balls on him, man.
I know.
Jesus, that's a sharp
That's
sword.
Disarm him!
Why is the Hand of the King screaming that? The King was just going to do it himself anyway.
Father.
Yeah, but it wasn't gonna kill him.
Please, my love, you must take something for the pain.
I will not cloud my mind.
I will not cloud my mind. I must put these right.
Mm.
Okay. Well, he did his. He said what he wanted to say.
Mm. It's mad because it's like the truth is what that guy was saying. I got his head cut off.
Mm-hmm.
What he was saying was true.
Yeah, but I keep saying this. The King doesn't care. That's still his grandchild. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but it's not about what the king. What I'm trying to say is in terms of morality, not about what the king
Oh,
wants.
in terms of morality, but you
in
couldn't
terms of
prove it
in
back
terms of
then,
what in
could
terms
you?
of what's true, he's telling the truth. But in terms of what matters to people is what matters to people at the end of the day.
And you can't prove it, can you? Back then they couldn't prove.
I mean, they
like,
can see
telly.
it. They can see it. Like they know. People know for sure. I mean, they feel it. They can see it.
Mm. The King doesn't care. To him, they're his. They're Rhaenyra's sons, so he doesn't really care who the dad is. That's his blood.
I love the dynamic of the truth is what's right, but the lie is what people want. Which is very interesting. This is very true to life, you know. Like at the end of the day, those kids shouldn't have those things, you know, because they're not Laena's kids. They're not the blood of the Valerian family, the Valerians. And I can understand why the brother, if he truly believes that they're not his heirs, why he'd be pissed. But at the same time, it's not what the people want. You know, it's just, you know, I'm very much a truth person. I'm about the truth, so I don't know. It's weird how I feel about it.
But the guy that they're all making out's dead, that might not even be dead yet. His wish
Oh
was
yeah,
for his grandson.
it was his throne. So at the end of the day, what he says goes.
Yeah,
really.
and
I don't even think Rhaenyra wanted it.
He
Did
even
she?
said, didn't he? Like,
Sorry.
It's not about blood; it's about names.
Yeah. I don't
If
even
that's
think,
what he wanted, fuck what everyone else wants.
Because it's his throne at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's
so
not for his brother to step in and be like,
say,
"It's mine."
It's mine
because
by
they're
rights.
bastards.
But how pissed would you? That's why these wars always keep happening, because the bastards that are illegitimate they're heir to the throne or whatever throne it may be. But then the brother or the other person that is actually the proper heir, like that is his by rights, gets shafted, and it must be frustrating when you know for a fact that that person isn't supposed to be there and is taking your state. So you can understand from his perspective how pissed he will be, knowing that those kids are bastards. Because I'm sure he'd have a very different.
All's fair in love and war, though, as they say.
I'm sure he'd have a very different thought process if those kids were legitimate. You know, like he wasn't complaining really before. He just until like it came up, and then Jesus. But
he's just doing what he wants. He's not honouring what his brother wants, right?
Yeah.
When a person dies, you're supposed to honour what they want.
Oh yeah. But then I don't think he ever got to hear what his brother actually wanted. But then Rhaenys knew. His wife knows what he wanted, and then I don't even think Rhaenys wanted this. I don't think she wanted. Remember how she said, "Oh, I want the throne to go to Baelor or whatever," who's her daughter, and she was arguing with Corlys that they're not our true-born, you know, heirs or whatever. The Rhaenyra's kids. And Corlys was like, "Who gives a fuck? It's about names, not blood." And then she just honoured that because she's his wife, which is cool on her part, even though she didn't want it herself. You know, she was probably more on his side originally, but she thought, "No, I'm going to go be on my husband's side," even though I didn't want that originally. You know, interesting, very interesting. I love the whole dynamic. I love the truth versus what feels right.
Even if they are bastards, though, how can they prove it?
Because people have already decided they can.
I know,
see
but
it.
like, I mean, how can they prove it to the point where they can take a throne away from somebody?
They can't.
They
That's
can't,
that's
exactly,
why that's
so it
why the
doesn't
war
matter.
happens. That's why it
doesn't
happens. But
matter.
you have to be able to prove it to a certain extent, or you have to have a consensus to a certain extent. Otherwise, anyone can just claim that they're someone's kids. You know, anyone can just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm heir to the throne. These are my kids. Yeah." Like there has to be some kind
But
of.
if the king accepts that they're his sons, Laenor's sons, which he does.
Well, that's therein lies the conflict, isn't it? Like when not everyone accepts, especially.
But the king and Lord of the Ties both accept that that's Laenor's son.
But this is literally what the whole original Game of Thrones is about as well. Like Joffrey was not heir to the throne. He's not the true son of Robert Baratheon. And then that's why Stannis came in and he was like, "No, actually, I should have the throne then if Joffrey's not." Stannis didn't give a fuck. It's literally the same storyline kind of. Stannis didn't give a fuck until he found out Joffrey was a bastard by incest as well. So it's kind of the same storyline, but it's interesting. Man. That's mad that they're showing that.
The body will be ready for its return to Driftmark on the morrow, my lady.
How's Corlys going to feel about that if it survives?
I was just thinking exactly the same thing.
Is she sad or is she not caring?
I think she's traumatised by everything. The loss of her son, the loss of her daughter,
And now
loss of her husband,
now her brother-in-law.
her brother-in-law.
So I ain't walking again. That was one off. That one.
That was one time, okay?
After that, wouldn't you be just worried that Damon could just cut your head off at any point if you piss him off?
Oh my
from
gosh, I
behind?
wouldn't stand in front of him, that'd be for sure. But he was defending his wife, I guess, defending his brother.
And to Vaem and Velaryon, may the gods give him rest.
Yeah.
my grandsons, Jace and Luke, will marry their cousins, Baela and Rhaena, further strengthening the bond between our houses. A toast to the young...
So weird how they just, like, accepted incest like that.
When they get to lie with a woman.
Let us talk.
Do you know how the act is done? I assume. At least in principle. Être-temps before betrothed.
How old are they supposed to be now?
I have no idea.
Like late teens, early 20s?
No idea.
They feel young, but they didn't feel that much older than the other actors.
Yeah.
Eamon does, or a lot older, but...
It both gladdens my heart and fills me with sorrow. The faces most dear to me in all the world, yet grown so distant from each other.
The way he's speaking and moving, it almost feels like the milk of the poppy was what's making him weak rather than anything else, because now he seems a lot more lively than he was.
I think he's in more pain, but his mind is clearer.
Yeah, it's the milk of the poppy that was making him go. I think that literally, because remember, Rhaenyra was asking him something, like, she was asking him, I need your help or whatever, and he was like, I didn't even know what he was saying, but now he's speaking clearly, so it wasn't so much that he was sick, it was the milk of the poppy that was fucking him up.
Now he's just tolerating the pain, I guess.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Tonight, I wish you to see me as I am. Not just a king, but your father, your brother, your husband, who may not, it seems, walk for much longer among you.
Aww.
Set aside your grievances, if not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man, who loves you all so dearly.
Aww. Oh, I actually want to cry.
So stop fighting, for fuck's sake. I'm old and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
die.
ain't got time for this shit. Be nice to each other.
She has tended to him with unfailing devotion, love, and honor. And for that she has my gratitude.
Oh, Alicent is so beautiful, man.
Your graciousness moves me deeply, Princess.
Damon's
Both
like,
mothers.
you gonna say something?
And we love our children. We have more in common than we sometimes allow.
We're gonna make up and kids make up.
Mad they used to be friends, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Remember them in the God's Woods chilling and that?
Yeah.
You will make a fine queen.
He's like, you don't mean that, do you?
He's like, what? It took me years to turn you into a cow. Now look at you.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Either Alicent's gonna be like, that was bullshit, or something's gonna happen that's gonna make her switch. Maybe Corlys is gonna be alive and be like, you killed my motherfucking Daemon would have started this now. You killed my brother?
Yeah.
What do you mean? This is war.
I regret the disappointment you're soon to suffer. But if you ever wish to know what it is to be well satisfied, all you have to do is ask.
Where's Aegon shit stirring?
I don't know. He's creepy. I don't know what it is. He just gives me the creeps. He makes my skin crawl.
To Prince Aegon and Prince Aemond. We have not seen each other in years, but I have fond memories of our shared youth.
Cutting his eye out.
And as men, I hope we may yet be friends and allies.
And she punched him in the face, didn't she?
She did.
Or the other one, I don't know which one is which, but...
They'll be married soon. It isn't so bad, mostly he just ignores you. Except sometimes when he's drunk.
It's her brother, right?
Yeah, and her brother and wife?
Let us have some...
Brother and husband. So... the parents have kind of forgiven each other, but the kids are going to start another problem.
I'm not sure if they have. I think they're just doing it.
They're just... I don't think they like each other, but I reckon they'll be like, look, let's just leave it.
I think they're just doing it.
I reckon Alicent's like, I'm just going to fucking leave it, but then these kids are going to start something else, you know?
I don't think so. I think this is just horseplay what they're doing now.
I think Rhaenyra meant what she said. Well, she's trying because she knows.
I think they're just trying for the king, right? They know he hasn't got long left. They're like, let's just do it for tonight, right?
Just tonight. He's gonna die there, isn't he? You're seeing them all being content for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's gonna make him content. He's gonna die, isn't he? Right here.
Yeah, probably.
Because he's seeing them happy, isn't he? And that's what he wants. And he's like... It's like the pig, like... Remember he's like...
Oh yeah, when they were taking the piss out of him.
That's why he's laughing, look. Don't laugh now, man. I've got the biggest dragon now.
Final tribute.
Oh no, the king's gone. They're gonna start shit
To the
now,
health
aren't
of
they?
my nephews. Each of them handsome, wise, strong.
Aemond.
Come.
Strong.
Let us drain our cups to these 3 strong boys.
I dare you to
Do
say
you not
that
think
again.
yourself strong?
Oh my god, maybe
Jeez.
you're right. Maybe the kids are going to start something.
Such thing before these people. I was merely
See,
expressing
even
how proud I am
Alison,
of my...
you'd think Alison would like that he said that, but she doesn't. So you can see she's trying to be like, fuck it, let's just end this shit now. But she's pissed. But then she just said it in front of all these people, so maybe she didn't mind what he said, but just not here.
Family, mother. Though it seems my nephews aren't quite as proud of theirs. Wait!
Uh-oh. Eamon and Damon.
It's best, I think, if we go back to Dragonstone.
You've only just arrived.
I'll, return on Dragonback.
Oh, that's really cute that they
King and I
found
would
their-
both like that.
Found their common ground.
I can't tell if that was genuine or not.
I
It
hope so.
felt genuine.
It felt genuine. I don't think she would touch her like that. I don't think she would grab her hand like
I don't
that.
think Rhaenyra was comfortable though. She was
No, I
like, she was
don't
trying to
think
figure
Rhaenyra
out
was, yeah.
what's this here. Do you mean this? This chick is still going.
Is that Damon coming to see her?
Jesus.
It's been quite a night at the castle, Sims.
Yes, lady.
Oh, I think it's his time, don't you?
I don't know what that scene was about with those 2 chicks. Feels well dodgy. And then they cut to this.
People can say what they want about Alison, but I love her. I think she's wicked.
I love her too. She's cool.
So.
The reason why I like, the reason why I like her is because, as maybe conniving or sneaky as she might be sometimes, she's always just doing what's the truth, at least, and she's always doing her duty.
Living by her own standards.
Yeah, living by these standards that she's supposed to be, and like I can't fault her for that, you know. Whereas Rhaenyra, like she's cool and everything, but she just kind of does what she wants, and then she's just lying about her kids and everything.
Yeah.
But because we're seeing it from people we like her kids are good kids. There's nothing. They didn't do nothing wrong.
We like Damon.
We like Damon.
Yeah.
We like Viserys, and they're vouching for them. We even like Corlys to a certain extent, and they're vouching for these kids. So of course we're gonna be like on Rhaenyra's side when Viserys is backing them to be heirs, even though it's not true. Literally the same storyline happened with Joffrey and Stannis, but we were like, Joffrey doesn't deserve to be on the throne. He's a fucking incest bastard. You know, we hated him because we hate Joffrey. We hate Cersei. So it's all about a popularity game, really. It's not even about the truth. But if you really get rid of all who you like and who you think is cool, at the end of the day, like Rhaenyra's fucking around and she's lying, and her kids are bastards. And Viserys is just trying to make everyone happy and just make sure everyone's good. But that's why I like Alison, because she's living the truth, not her truth, the truth. You know. For now, anyway, we'll see what happens.
The Song of Ice and Fire. It is true.
Uh-oh, don't tell her that.
The prince that was promised Prince.
Prince Aegon.
To unite the realm against the cold and the dark.
Jon Snow's name's Aegon.
You must do this.
Was that gonna what sets her off now? What? She doesn't understand the prophecy, does she? It's the Valerian dagger died.
What did he say there?
I feel like he said my love or something.
Yeah, I thought you said my love.
What is he with Emma now?
My love.
He's with Emma. I just had this funny thought of imagine episode 9, we're about to react to episode 9 and Viserys' first shot is like, today!
No, it's like been led there in bed for the last.
But this guy ain't gonna die,
They're gonna
fam!
do another 10-year time skip, and he's just gonna be a skeleton.
It's like, this guy ain't gonna die, fam.
Oh, that was really good.
It's a good episode.
It was.
It was not the best. It was
Not
alright.
much happened, but
Mm.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a slow
Can't
one,
wait
this
to watch
one.
next week's.
It was a slow one, this one, wasn't it?
I
But it
don't
was
really-
good.
I don't really have a lot to say.
Yeah, it was like there was a lot about fighting about about Driftmark and all that shit.
I'm sad that he died.
And the kids are stirring shit up again. You know.
That's what cousins are supposed to do, though, right?
Yeah, literally. Still upset. You got the biggest dragon, fam. Why are you still upset about the pig? I know he was laughing, but usually all you have to do is laugh back and be
Maybe
like,
it's
"You
his
do realise
eye."
I got the biggest dragon, fam."
Maybe
You
it's
know.
his eye.
Maybe.
Maybe he still hasn't quite got over the fact that he hasn't got an eye.
Yeah, but yeah, like as
So
I
there's
was
2 more episodes.
2 more, last 2 for the
Is
season.
it 2 more? Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know where they go from here.
I don't think there's going to be any more time skips. Based
No,
on
I
what I
don't think there
know,
is.
based on what I know of Fire and Blood and the Dance of the Dragons, this storyline, there shouldn't be any more. There shouldn't be any need for any more time skips now. Like the kids are probably old enough to do what needs to happen next, like the war or whatever. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say was what I said earlier about like we all think Rhaenyra's. Well, I don't really like Rhaenyra. I don't know what it is. I don't hate her, but she's just kind of there for me. I don't know.
I know
maybe-
she's got a lot of fans. A lot of people like her.
Yeah, but she just doesn't really do anything for me, like in terms of her character.
Just the content of her character, the way
Like-
they've written her character, you know?
Yeah, but then it's like they're trying to write her so you like her, but it's just typical things like letting Lena go free, but everyone thinks she killed him. But that doesn't really do anything for me. Like, she's like fathering all these bastards. But then at the end of the day, if we try our hardest, think from her perspective,
She's not fathering them.
Sorry,
You mean
mothering
she's
them.
having multiple.
I'm having
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like she wanted love, I guess, and she was forced to marry some gay dude. That's not her fault, you know. Like if you look at it from that perspective, I'm trying to be fair. So, like, she didn't have to father and mother any bastards, but she had access to moon tea as well, I guess. But she didn't want to take the moon tea. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, she could have at least controlled that. That she's got the moon tea, and it almost feels like she wanted to have those kids, so then she could have like heirs and stuff. You know, like Viserys told her to multiply and things.
Their duty, innit? Like,
Well, I mean, Rhaenyra's cool, but like when you're comparing her to Alicent, when I just have respect for someone that's just like, even though they
Doing
don't
the right thing.
doing the right thing, even though they don't want to do the right thing, you just no matter how much you can hate someone for that, you just have to have respect for that someone's actually trying to do the right thing, even though they're not enjoying it or whatever. You know, like they say, great power, great responsibility, and you like when someone's taking up that responsibility. Because Alicent could have had affairs and cheated on Viserys, but they should have shown that. Actually, that would be really cool. Like maybe there was like a temptation or something that Alicent could
I'm
have
sure
had.
once now this episode's over, I'm sure she's gonna go have her fun.
Maybe
She's gonna
She's
finally
probably
have her hot girl summer.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be getting angry at Rhaenyra for having hot girl summer and then not doing it yourself. Like, it's weird. It's like, unless you just love being the dutiful wife and the dutiful queen, which she doesn't look like she loves it because she gets jealous of Rhaenyra's freedom. But I don't know. Actually, you know.
All right, I feel like we're waffling now. We need to end the video.
Yeah.
We're just waffling.
Yeah, just waffling on. All right. Yeah, that's our reaction to episode 8. Lord of the Ties. You ain't got nothing else to say?
No.
I'm
going to digest this for a week, and I'll be back next week to watch it again. And I'm really loving this series so much.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Such a good series. It has my attention throughout the whole thing. It's shocking, it's sad, it's funny in bits. Just such a really good series. Really well written. Yeah.
Cool. I've done this.
Yeah. No,
Alright, if you'd like to give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notifications, and we'll see you on episode 9. We all know what happens in Game of Thrones episode 9s. Episode 9s were always the crazy ones. I wonder if they're going to
continue. Don't say that.
I wonder if they're going to continue that tradition now. We'll see. Anyway,
Don't
thanks for
say
watching.
that.
Take it easy.
Why did you say that?